Hello again, everyone. It's Ariel Helwani once again on this Monday afternoon. Today, we're talking to another fighter who competed on Saturday, and unfortunately, another fighter who lost a very close decision, and in a lot of people's eyes, deserved to win that decision. We're talking to Marlon Chito Vera, who had his five-fight winning streak snapped after his loss to Song Yadong, a fight that a lot of people, including myself, thought he should have gotten the nod. Unfortunately, he lost that one via split decision, like I said, but he's kind enough to be joining us here on this Monday afternoon to talk about it all. Marlon, I appreciate you doing this, especially after a very frustrating night. Could you tell us off the bat how you're feeling about what happened Saturday night?
Man, what's up? Thank you for the time, and it's something really frustrating because it's not one of those fights like you regret, like, oh, I could do this, I could do that to win. It was 100% clear the fight was in one side. Like first round, we feel each other. We started quick, but we feel each other more than anything. Second and third round, I just slapped the guy. Like I broke the guy, took him down, land more punches, make more damage, like walk him down. Like I was thinking in my head, like I get it. It's hard to finish every single fight. And then I didn't finish this one, which I don't feel bad about it because I know I won the fight. Like when the fight was over, I was celebrating. The guy was in the ground. My coaches were like celebrating. His team were like, "Hey, good job, son." And then I look at them. I'm like, "Hey, it wasn't even close." And they just, they stay quiet. Like, and then when they say when Bruce Buffer was calling unanimous decision, I was like, "Oh, it's even better." Like a split decision would worry me, but I
Yeah.
was, "Oh, yeah, I won." And then when they call his name, he don't even believe he won the fight. He was like, "Oh, thank you. I make more money." But I get very upset. Of course, I don't shake hands or anything because that's not seal. Um, that need to be fixed. And then when I went out of the cage, I was just screaming. I was yelling. I was like, "Where is Dana White? Where is Sean Shelby? I need to talk to them." So UFC staff took me to the doctor. Um, they see me. I was fine. I was, yeah. My foot hurts like normal, like every five. I feel I'm okay. Then they brought Sean in, and I was like, "Hey, like, what we do now? What's how we fix this?" And then he told me what everybody told me. I'm gonna tell you this, but this might don't help. Looks like you want to round of three, but what we can do? And I'm like, it's not like Max says at this point. It's not. It is what it is. There's something to be fixed because I make half of my paycheck.
Mm.
The bonus is not fixing anything. The bonus we earn it for throwing a good fight. But and then what? Like what's next? Like the judges just decide like you lost a fight and you go home with a half of your paycheck. And Dana basically told me the same. The only good thing Dana says was we're gonna take care of you. So I will see what that means in the next couple of weeks.
Okay, you don't know what that means yet.
Not yet.
Did they say you'll get your win bonus?
That would be dope. I haven't get paid yet. So if that's the case, you know, look, it's gonna help because we all need money to survive. I need to pay my mortgage. I used to buy a house. I want to do some remodeling. I want to do whatever with my money. I want to go forward in my career also. So it's in the balance. Like yes, the money is gonna help me, of course, because we need to eat. We need to keep going forward. But my career, that's number one. Is I call first priority. Like I want to go up. I want to be a world champion. A loss, even a bad call, is still a loss.
All right.
So what's
And
gonna happen in the rankings? You
And
know,
by the way, I have to apologize to you. At the beginning of the interview, I said split decision, and you're right. It was unanimous decision. That's how weird the whole thing was to me because I thought, all right, it was close, but at least one of the judges gave it to you. In the end, none of the judges gave it to you. So I don't want to misspeak.
very
It
good.
does, yeah, but obviously it doesn't really matter in at the end whether it was split or unanimous. And then the other thing is that, like I said, you were on this great winning streak, finishing all these guys, and this, even though they say to you you won, is still that loss. Are
It's
you
a-
able to walk away with some silver lining? Say like, okay, I did this right, I did that right. I know I don't have the W on the record, but I feel good about what I did, or does it, does the result kind of ruin the whole thing?
of course, ruin the whole thing. Like mess with what's gonna happen in the future. A
Hmm.
100% because whatever things situations we are right now are gonna affect the future. Because every single action have a reaction. So I'm happy with the performance. I think in this pandemic, all my gym is closed. Where my boxing coach, Jason Perillo, Chino Yama is closed, Rook is closed. Everything is closed. The only thing I'm doing is my garage. One of my Perillo's friends' garage that have a nice setup with a couple of bars and stuff, but it's still a garage.
Hmm.
You know, Colin Oyama is like, okay, Chito, come to the gym. I have 3, 4 guys for you. He's making sure I'm training. My wrestling coach, he's been giving me some advice on what to do, but it's hard. Like we don't have a gym. So this is one of the things that upset me when Uriah went in the press conference, be like, "Oh, the gym is closed," putting all these excuses. I'm like, buddy, the whole world is closed. No,
Right.
we are doing the same. So don't be putting excuses. You lost a fight, took it like a man. Like at least accept it. That's what I would do. If the judge is giving to me and I know I lost the fight, I would be like, awesome. I'm getting a full paycheck, but I will have the balls to be like, hey, that wasn't my win.
Right.
Sorry.
Is that why the fight happened at 145?
But the fight happened at 145 because that kid cannot make weight.
Hmm.
And then from what I understand, I don't know if this is true. He was saying he was eating fried chicken and soda in his interview with Paul Felder. I'm like, idiot. Starting right there, your work ethic is not right. Like, you have to make sure you're ready all the time. I accept everything. They say 145. I'm like, okay, I get it. Let's fight 45 because they thought that was a bigger fight. He's gonna be stronger than me. He was a favorite. They all those guys thought he was gonna come on and do what he did to Alejandro Perez. I'm not Alejandro Perez. I'm a different animal. So, but it is what it is. Again, I just feel that decision is gonna where's gonna set me now. Like because I won the fight. If I won the fight, I go up in the rankings. I set my fight with a top 10. So let's see what's gonna happen now.
And just curious, all the drama of the day before the fight, his visa and Uriah's in, and he's maybe out and then he's back in. How did that affect you, if at all?
So this happened on Friday night when I was cutting weight because I'm still cutting weight. I still cutting 10 pounds of water, dehydrating myself.
Thursday night, right? You mean?
Thursday night.
Yeah.
Sorry. So this happened Thursday night. So my coaches and my manager, they don't tell me anything, of course, because they don't want to mess with my head the night before.
Right.
So they let me sleep. When I wake up, all dehydrated, they're like, hey, son might have to travel somewhere in the world to clock his visa and come back. And I'm like, this was already like the 5th time this fight wasn't like happening, not happening. I'm like, are you kidding me, dude? Like, are we going again through this on weighing day? So looks like Faber, this is a small show to get some insight on lights. For what I know, they told Faber the night before, you are not fighting Chito. It's son or nothing, just to push the visa and to push everything. But Faber wants some attention, so he weighed in, he cut 2 pounds, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm here to save the car." I'm like, that was all act. So this is what happened. So the UFC, thank you. I love you, UFC, Dana, Hunter, whoever make this happen, because they get the visa done, they make some calls, they're powerful. They say like, okay, the visa is approved. But a week before the fight, they call me, hey, the fight's off. I'm like, really? So I don't know if at some point they were like kind of like trying to play with me here and make me come to the fight week, but they already, if that's the case, I don't think that's the case, they can mess with me because I'm focused. I'm disciplined. I know what I want, and I go through things. But when all these things like Faber were going in, my phone were blowing up, like, oh, cool, you're fighting Faber. I'm like, turn off my notifications, just talk to my wife, my father, my close friends, and the rest. And then fight it up. I called Jason. I'm like, hey, I'm fighting Son tonight. He's like, yes. I'm like 100%. He's like, from what you know, yes. I'm like, okay, let's think we're fighting this guy. Let's go through. But I just feel it was the whole way to the fight was like ups and downs. But I feel I did my job. Train as hard as I could, make the weight. I offered myself to make 35 against anyone because that's what we should be, professionals, right? We're not just fighters, we're professional athletes. make the weight. So we give him the 10 extra pounds, and I'm still winning the fight. I won that fight.
And that's fascinating perspective about the Faber thing, because I had been told that he was a legitimate backup fighter, if you will, but you didn't believe for a second, like you didn't have to switch. It was either you're fighting Song or you're fighting no one, right? In
That's
your
what
mind,
we say. That's what we say to
right?
push for the UFC to get the visa, because we
Gotcha.
make it easier. Like, hey, forget about Son Favor, jump in.
Right.
But them is like, no, let's push this fight, because that was a good fight for me. He's in the rankings. He was ahead of me. I hope I'm ahead of him already. And then the whole favorite thing, I'm like, hey, if you want to fight, let's do it the next card, June 6th, June 30th. And then when the fight was over, backstage, of course I was mad. But when we were talking to each other, the UFC get in front of us, I was like, hey, I'm not touching nobody, I'm not pushing, I'm not insulting. I was like, hey, favor, you were doing all this show that you're gonna step up. Let's fight the next show. And then he's like, oh, now you're calling a 40-year-old man. I'm like, yesterday you weren't acting like a 40-year-old. You were acting like this lady, and everybody was like, oh, so cool. So it's either you want to fight or you want attention. I'm a
Mm.
fighter. I don't do it for the gram. I do it for my family. I have dreams. I want to be a world champion. I do it because I want it, because this is the plan I set for my life. So I'm not calling him out. I don't care about him. I would like a rematch with Son. The UFC don't do rematch, so I won't waste energy. I'm moving forward. I'm keep training. I will keep improving.
Did it get heated backstage?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. I'm look. I have 1,000 street fights. If things go down, we're rolling. Doesn't matter where.
A
But
thousand?
I lost 900. I was terrible before. I gotta be honest. I like to be honest, but I love the feeling of fighting. Like if somebody, if he's a regular guy, I'm like, dude, I'm not wasting my time with you. But if he's a real fighter and things get heated up, 100% I'm down to fight. Just like my boy George, three pum pum boom.
Yeah.
But honestly, when I went to talk to Faber like face to face, I told the staff like, hey, I'm not touching nobody, like for real, and I was being real. I'm not sneaking any punch anything. And I was like, dude, and then all I say, that's what I told him. But I wasn't trying to getting enough fights. Like, why fighting for free? It don't make sense.
You know, I earlier today I spoke to. It's amazing because I think all the four fights leading up to the main event on Saturday, the wrong person won. Just my opinion. Nothing against those people. They were all close fights. I'm not saying there were robberies or anything like that, but I think the wrong person won. And today I spoke to Edson Barbosa, I spoke to Angela Hill, and I've talked to you as well. And all three of you, I think, should have won your fights. And I asked the same question to Angela and Edson that I'd like to ask you. When you come back home on Monday after going through a whole training camp, especially this training camp with all the ups and downs, and you don't know if the fight's on or off, empty arena, etc. How do you get back on the horse? Like mentally, do you feel like now you need a break from MMA, or are you more motivated than ever? You want to just get back in there and prove everyone wrong right away?
That's the thing. I'm always on the horse.
Mm,
Like, I don't get back of the horse. When I get out of the horse, is to let my horse rest, not myself.
mm,
Like, I see it like this: control what you can control. I can control myself to keep pushing forward. I can control myself to keep getting better. Ask my coaches how I can get better, how I can do this, what should be done better next time. I cannot control the rest. If you stay in the mix, like crying about what happened, and you cannot control it, you're the only one getting all the darkness inside you. You're not gonna perform well in the next one. I let it go, right? I'm like, that. I want to speak about it just because there's nothing to do right now. My foot hurts, my elbow is swollen for hitting him. So I'm gonna take a couple of days off. I'm gonna surf probably later a little bit, but that's not impact. But it's over. Like, it's over. What is done is done. For now on, it's all about getting better, getting back in shape, and go back to training. What did I eat today? Eggs with a lot of turmeric for my inflammation, a veggie juice, a good salad, couple berries. I'm back in the horse. Like, to me, it's a year-round thing. If
mm.
you want to be world champion, you don't become in one camp. You become in the whole years of pushing forward, of keep going, keep hammering. Like, Has Cameron Haynes says, keep work harder, no one cares. That's the truth. Like, I don't stay in the past. Like, I know I beat the guy, and if the UFC somehow decide to make a rematch, I will put him out
So
100%.
I know you said UFC doesn't do the rematches right away, and you're right, they don't. So who makes sense next for you, or who do you want next?
I would like to see the rankings. Who's in the top 10?
Mm.
Somebody in there, or somebody in the top 15. But it's all about going forward. Like,
And you're saying you're going back to 135, right?
I'm a 35er, yeah.
Yeah.
But then if they offer me a good fight at 145, like somebody in my same rank, why not?
Mm.
I saw Ryan Hall complaining about fight.
Yes, I remember you guys
Yeah,
going back
but
and forth.
that was a respectful thing. I know he's a legit martial artist. There's no trash talk. I'm just wrong. But if the fights are correct, I take it. Look what happened in all the shows. How many fights got canceled because people come really heavy. This is how I see Ariel. People is making way too many excuses. Like, oh, the gym is closed. The streets are not closed. Go run for a couple hours.
Mm.
But people don't want to sacrifice. People want to be doing the same comfort zone all over, every day. You gotta, like David Goggins said, uncommon, that one.
Yeah, I know what you're
I
talking
don't know.
about.
It's a
That
little
guy who
hard to
runs on the
make.
street and he
Yeah,
he
it's
yells and
hard
swears
for,
a lot.
people just have to go and work. Like, everything is closed. If you really want it, you can get it done. And that's what I do, dude.
You win this fight on Saturday, you get that W that you think that you deserved. You're in that mix at 135, and so I'm curious, and you're still in that mix. I mean, it's been a great run for you. What do you think they should do with the belt? Do you believe that Henry is really retired? And if he is retired, if you believe that, what do you think they should do with the belt?
If Henry is 100% retiring and he's gonna have kids with his new girl, awesome for him. They should have Peter and Starling. Those are the two that really deserve the fight. And then Cody Senhagen should fight somebody who's there, maybe Pedro Munoz.
Mm.
And then Peter and Starling for the title, and these two for the common event. And then the winner of here fight the winner of here. That's what I think makes sense. I don't know if somebody's escaping off my head. I know Asun Saudi fighting Garbrandt, but both guys are coming off losses. So
You
that's what
believe him that he's retired?
I think he's want to fighter check.
Mm.
It could be two options. It could be for real. He want to retire and have kids and be like, yeah, training. He's world champion in two divisions, Olympic gold medalist. Like, probably is enough. You could get more, but probably is enough. Or he just want the UFC to pay him more and just build this press and this, people asking yes or no. But it could be either way. At the end of the day, things have to move forward. So make Russia against USA. Those two fighting. That's a great fight. I would like to see that fight, and I would like to fight them in the future too. So there's fun fights to make in the 135 division.
Well, you're on that track, my man. I'm sorry it didn't work out for you on Saturday, but it was a great performance. It was a great fight. It was one of the most intriguing fights on the card, and part of a theme, unfortunately, on that particular night, where it just seemed like the wrong person was winning, and it seemed like a lot of the media agreed as well. I know that doesn't really help, but maybe a
But
little
the
bit of
support is amazing. When I see how the type of, like, the whole public was with me, but when I
mm,
see like the big names coming after me, like supporting me, it was unbelievable. Like, that's cool. Like, I'm like when Connor used to say real, recognize real. There was a lot of real. So they've been like, dude, saying me. I talked to Steve-O, I talked to Kelly Slater, to Mick Fanning, to Masvidal, to like heroes of mine when I was a kid, and now I'm like, this guy saying I won the fight in school. Like, I'm in good spirits. If that resumed the whole conversation, I'm happy. And I just want to clarify one thing. I wrote a tweet. That's why I don't delete it, because I just remember I have to clarify that. I put China men in separate. And some people, not like three people, told me that's a racist thing. I didn't knew the right thing to say is China man. So now that this live, people are gonna listen to this. I want to fix it. I'm from Ecuador. My first language is Spanish. I didn't knew which one was the racist and which one wasn't. So before I
okay.
delete it, probably won't delete it. I tweet a lot of the other day,
Yes, I
but
know.
just to clarify that.
Fair
Um,
enough.
I love you, Ariel. Thanks for your support.
You're the man. No, and I appreciate you coming on. I know after a fight it's frustrating, but I appreciate you coming on, Marlon. And again, great fight, and I'm looking forward to what's next for you, my man. And always great to talk to you. I'm happy that we now have this relationship. You know,
Me too.
it's good.
I think it was a long time coming. It was
It was.
didn't knew what my brain can pick up. I'm just as nerd as you.
I appreciate that. I'll take that as a compliment.
It
All
is
the
a
best to you.
compliment.
All the best to you, Marlon. I'll talk to you soon.
I appreciate you.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.